r/AskReddit. What is something people say without realizing it's offensive? Oh wow, you don't look autistic. Yeah, thanks. I knew that. But thanks, I guess. How do you look autistic? Asking when I'm planning to have kids. I can't. Cheers for the reminder. On my 30th birthday my co-worker turned to me and said, "Now that you're 30 are going to have kids? You don't want to be an old mom, do you?" I can't have kids. I've been told by multiple doctors that I can't. But hey, thanks for the reminder. If you are single, when are you gonna find someone? If you are in a relationship, when are you guys getting married? If married, when are you guys gonna have kids? If you have a kid, when are you gonna have a second child? The first one will be lonely. Ugh. The whole "when are you going to find someone" definitely irks me. It reminds me I am single. It assumes that I want to be in a relationship. I am 72. Hate it when people call me young man. WTF is that about? Irish car bomb. Yeah, it's a drink, but don't say it in Ireland, and for the love of God do not say it in Northern Ireland. That is going to get your ass beat down. It would be like having a drink where you down 2 shots of Afterburner and call it the Twin Towers. I still refer to them as car bombs though and leave out the Irish part. When someone loses a child, saying it's a blessing that you have other children. No, it's still a loss that no one should ever face. When someone says you look good for your age, that implies that you look like crap, but because you're old you did the best you could. Oh, your children look nothing like you. So good looking beautiful. Well, thanks, it's nice to know I look like shit. I lost my twin siblings last year. Most of my dad's family said stuff like that at the top, and a couple even said he deserved it. Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss. How could anyone be so insensitive and stupid to say he deserved it? That's so horrible. I'm sorry. It's because he found out at an affair between his uncle and his uncle's sister-in-law. They had multiple children, of which all except 2 were aborted. My dad exposed them. IDK if this applies to everyone, but this irks the hell out of me. When I come out to people, sometimes I get this line, "Oh wow, you're a very straight gay person. I would have never guessed." Usually coming from people I've known for a hot second before I came out. I don't like that this is attributed to me. I'd much rather be slightly effeminate and flamboyant. I feel better about myself when I do. I want to be able to talk about my relationship openly with a group. The pattern of behavior that leads to that assessment is not a representation of the person I want to be. It's a facade born out of a necessity to pass as straight for my own safety. Praising that behavior sets me 10 steps back from where I am now. I've had many conversations with less open-minded people about video games and whether or not it's okay for adults to enjoy them. One of the responses I got were, and I quote, "No, like it's okay to like them. If like you don't have a girlfriend or like friends and stuff. But most people have those things so they don't need them." The duck? Is that really something you say to somebody's face? A person who you know for a fact plays a lot of video games? To which I replied yes, or to like how it's okay to like football if you don't have the mental capacity to understand any other form of entertainment. Shut her up real quick. I'm bipolar. I was diagnosed 20 years ago. I live a very routine-oriented life with no drinking or recreational drugs. I go to my doctor and take my meds regularly. Last year, for the first time in 15 years, I had a mental breakdown. It required me to take 6 weeks off work. When my co-workers caught word of what happened, I can't tell you how many "you need to spend time in nature" or invitations I received to church, because apparently Jesus would fix it. I have a chemical imbalance. Just like you can't pray a heart attack away, you can't magically adjust your brain chemistry. Where are you from? No, I mean, like, where are you from originally? LOL. I very often get both of these questions asked to me one after the other. Yes, I have Asian heritage. Also yes, I was born and raised in Florida. My voice doesn't even sound foreign. It's a 100% Floridian accent. Some people assume that in breakups or relationships of any kind, that someone is always at fault. Just one person. Nope. It can be both or none at all. Not everything is one person's fault, especially if they're dumped or the dumpee. Pisses me off so much when someone does this. They do it for fighting, arguing too. People always gave me garbage since one of my exes broke up with me. She left me, said she didn't want to be in a relationship, and then immediately got with my best friend. See, that right there is bullshit. That's what I'm talking about. It's like a pathological need for people to blame someone when it's not even their relationship. You're B? So do you like me? Even though I like guys and girls, I don't like everyone. It's kinda annoying. I don't know why people assume B people are attracted to everybody when in reality it's more like being twice as disappointed with both sexes. I liked you with long hair more, but you're still pretty. I have gotten that like 10 times. I liked you more when you weren't talking. I think your hair looked better the other way after you get a haircut. TBF, it does always look better before. Because that's what you're used to. You associate the hairstyle with a person. So when the style change, the association breaks. And people in general don't like change. Even more so when the change requires them to learn something new. On the other hand, you're definitely not supposed to say this. I usually don't like black people. Oh no, you're okay. Or, honestly I don't really even see you as a black person cause you're different. You're actually nice. IDK, what the hell kinda mental gymnastics y'all gotta go through to expect someone to take this shit as a compliment. My favorite, after someone has a conversation with a black person, I'm surprised. He's so articulate. Anything to do with weight or attractiveness. If you're over or under, for both, I'd probably date you if you weren't so. It's great you're so nice funny. You have that going for you. At least, some of the more tamer comments. If you're lucky, you just get the pointed or looked at other friend looks. No offense. I feel like when someone says no offense it becomes offensive. X, you look a bit under the weather today versus no offense, but you look a bit under the weather today. Why didn't you tell me you were gay sooner? IDK. Some cases it's fine. Others make it sound like I owe them an explanation. Why didn't you tell me you were straight sooner? You look tired. Are you genuinely concerned about my lack of sleep? Or are you just trying to say I look like trash? Must be so nice to not have your boyfriend around to annoy you all the time. As someone in a long distance relationship, I wish my boyfriend was around to annoy me all the time. An ocean and a 6-hour time difference are no fun. What's your secret, skinny boy? Depression. My boyfriend is very skinny and I'm a bit chubby. I'm always in awe of how he can just effortlessly be thin. But it takes all of the willpower I have in order not to stress eat an entire cheesecake at times. So I sort of get why people ask that question. Even though it's super rude and you should probably make sure you're on that level with a person before getting too curious about things like that. But on a good day I don't eat that much, and on a bad day coffee and nicotine. Anything where you're tearing one person down to lift another person up. As a creator, it really sucks to get compliments on your work at the expense of other creators. For example, whoa, your cosplay is so good. I saw someone else cosplaying, same character, earlier but they didn't look nearly as good as you. Or you know, I really ducking hate that character you're cosplaying, but you still look good as them, so good job. Those aren't compliments. They're insults towards other creators disguised as compliments. You can just say I like your work without bringing up that other guy whose work you hate as a point of comparison. Had a guy compliment my cosplay and follow it up with at least your tits aren't out like Jessica Negris. I hate it when cosplayers do that for attention. It was a cosplay she had done around the time. I'm not a girl, nor could he have mistaken me for one. So I'm not even sure why he made the comment. You try hard. For me really, because I care about how I do in stuff like basic fitness tests, so when I try hard to see how well I do and to see if me going to the gym paid off. People calling me a try hard really makes me not want to do well try. If you would just work on your husband more, you could have a baby. WTF. Why would you assume a woman wants a baby and the man doesn't? Why would you assume a couple in their late 40s early 50s would even consider such a thing? I have a chronic illness. If I have to hear at least you don't have cancer one more time. Edit. I thought of another one. But you don't look sick really. You look so good. Thanks for totally dismissing my daily struggles because I don't fit your vision of sick. I often respond with, well, It's good the outside doesn't reflect the inside, or that's because I am so awesome that I make chronic illness look good. I had no idea and learned this one recently. People of color, good. Colored people, offensive. Kinda confused but okay. There's so many people worse off than you. Thanks. You telling me I'm not allowed to be depressed really ducking helps. You say you can't keep any friends. It's their loss, right? That people run around weirdly saying they're autistic. Yeah, I have autism and I am not a mindless zombie like people think. What can I do for you, little lady? I'm 5 feet 5 inches and 27. I'm an adult. Thanks. Can you imagine an adult male going anywhere and someone saying, what can I do for you, little guy? No, you can't. Go duck yourself. I am male. 6 feet 1 inches and 270 pounds and last month a 6 feet 8 inches weightlifter / wall of muscle I got talking to decided to nickname me little man. Is it possible to be annoyed, yet still blush? Yes it is. Such a weird interaction. Finally, a place to share this story. About a decade ago while working a solo position in loss prevention I became buddies with a guy from another company. Since we were both solo agents we'd give one another a hand on occasion. We are both white as white can be. In the middle of nowhere. He had lived there, sheltered, his whole life in redneck USA. One day after I gave him a hand with something he thanked me and said, "That's mighty white of you." I kind of froze and asked him to repeat himself. He said it again. "That's mighty white of you." I told him that sounds kind of racist. He looks really confused and does not understand why that's racist. I break it down and explain that if me doing something good is white of me, does that mean that doing something bad would be black of me? In other words, white equals good and black equals bad? You could see the moment of understanding pass over his face. He felt awful. Told me he never thought of it that way. It's just something that's always been around since he could remember and people in his family use it. He realized that come to think of it makes sense because a lot of his family is racist. Was freaking out as he realized the scope of how many instances he has used the phrase. He then makes a strange noise and goes pale as he remembered that he just recently said the same thing to his black female manager, and that she looked at him really strangely. He never said it again though. I've heard a few times said to gay men women, "You've not found the right woman, man." Come on, smile. That's something I've heard men say particularly to women. I really don't think that they mean to be condescending, but it really is. There is a cashier at my local supermarket who probably thinks he's being charming and flirtatious when he says this to me. BTW, I'm old enough to be his mother. It's really annoying, but I don't want to make a scene, so I just let it go by. I am a martial artist and personal trainer. I have been practicing Taekwondo for 14 years. Jiu-Jitsu for 3 years. So needless to say, it's been a huge part of my life. I cannot tell you how many times my close friends and family members unanimously refer to my martial arts as karate because it's the only martial art they can remember. When a coworker insists that I should be able to stay at work later or pick up their shift because I'm young, single, and don't have any children, a form of singlism. Oh, you're gay? What a waste. Kindly duck all the way off. Mum, my partner of 18 years does not think so. You look so tired. My baby is less than a week old. It's normal to be tired, especially since I am exclusively breastfeeding. Honestly, I am thrilled with how well I am recovering, and everyone who seems disappointed that I am apparently not perky enough can suck an egg. Easy peasy, Japanesy. I feel so bad for laughing at this. I am sorry. So why are you single? That really used to piss me off. What am I expected to say to that? Because the people I have asked out rejected me? Not everyone chooses to be single, some people have no choice. When someone makes your pain into a competition, for example, me at work in a kitchen, me, duck, I burned my fingers pretty bad. Coworker, that's nothing, lifts forearm, I burned my arm last week. What's the point of this? It's not a competition. Pain is pain. I don't get what people get out of this. That's gay as an insult, or saying but you look normal when someone comes out is autistic. Like, what the heck? To a pregnant person, whoa, you're getting big. I used to reply, you too. Your religion sounds so silly. Oh my god, you so skinny. Do you eat well? You're almost scaring. I hate them. I'm Italian and I hate how you're so fat is considered offensive, but you can make fun about me being skinny and don't even consider how do I feel about it. You should gain weight. I'm being lynched. Semicolon anyone. At least in the USA most people don't realize it's gypped not gypped and stems from the prejudice against the Romani gypsies. My two older sisters look very much alike, often mistaken for twins though they're not, and I look nothing like them. I hate the reaction friends of theirs have when meeting me for the first time, especially if both of them are there. It's always like, are you really their sister? Or just like oh. Or my personal favorite a couple months ago when someone thought I was my sister's partner. These things aren't said maliciously of course, but still come on. Bro, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content. It's free and that's a great price.